Greetings, my lord. Behold the proud kingdom of Scotland. You will need to move quickly to strengthen your hold on the British Isles. Once your position is secure, you can move south to conquer England. It will also... Right-click to move your army to any part of the highlighted area. Attack by right... To spy on other factions, right-click on an army, character or settlement belonging to that faction. This scroll shows you the known details of another faction's settlement, including the governor, buildings and garrison. Some details might be missing in the case of neutral or enemy settlements, but a skillful spy can be used to uncover any missing information. Left-click on the boxes that slide down the left of the screen to view important messages. Right-click to dismiss them. Messages include financial reports, family announcements, missions, and declarations of war.
We shall slaughter them, sire. Those an honor, my lord.
Aye, sire. Aye. Move out! Combining the army.
Aye, noble sire.
When attacking a settlement, you must either have siege artillery in your army or construct siege equipment on the battlefield. Equipment that is unsuitable for use on a settlement's defences is greyed out. The time taken to build is displayed beneath each item. Click. This scroll gives you detailed information about a particular building. Use this information to choose which buildings to construct. You can also destroy a building to retrieve some of its construction cost by clicking the Destroy.
What?
Maintaining a siege on a settlement will eventually starve out the enemy. However, in this time, the enemy might summon reinforcements. Click the Maintain Siege button to continue your siege.
We hold them at siege.
Left-click on a unit to add it to your recruitment queue. The number of units you can recruit each turn depends on the size of your settlement. It is a new turn and season in your campaign. Your treasury has been updated, your armies and characters have rested, and your rivals have made their moves. It is now your turn to make your next moves to carry out your strategy.
Can I be of service? Aye, my lord. Opening a new trade lane, sire.
This scroll details your performance throughout the turn, including military actions, finances, and your empire's progress. You can review this and more information at any time on the Overview panel. Click Show Me How to see how to access the...
There'll be no room for mercy today. Kill them all! Units!
Your siege equipment is automatically attached.
Units! March! Units! March! Infantry! Your men! General!
Our men have reached the gate with a battering ram.
You've pressed the Fire at Will button for the first time. This toggles Fire at Will on and off for the selected troops. Toggle Fire at Will off if you wish to preserve ammunition.
Our men are under attack. We need to act.
You have successfully used a ram to destroy an enemy gate. Quickly send troops through the breach and establish a foothold in the settlement before they can force you out.
Our men have done well. The gate...
Once your men are in combat, you can make them break off by double right-clicking on a point behind them. This can be a useful trick if your men are faster than the enemy. When using this tactic, however, it is inevitable that you will lose a few men.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
It is possible to set arrows alight to rain fire and death down upon the enemy. Flaming arrows have reduced accuracy, but are more devastating when they land and have a greater effect on morale. Left-click the Show Me How button to see how to do this. Not only win a battle by killing every last enemy soldier on the field, you also win by causing them to break and flee. When a unit routs, the panic spreads, and nearby units may join them. This can turn into a mass rout.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
You have pressed the Cancel Order button for the first time. This cancels orders for the selected units and makes them stop where they are. You could just give them a new order, but using this button is quicker if you need them to stop immediately.
Our men are under attack.
Cavalry charge, they cause extra casualties due to the momentum of their attack. A cycle of charge, withdraw, charge causes maximum casualties for minimum losses. Repeat until done.
army are badly blooded. They have lost half their men. The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
You have pressed the withdraw button for the first time. This orders the selected units to leave the battlefield in an orderly manner. Use it if you think you're losing and want to save your men to fight another day. To cancel the withdraw order, simply give the units a move action.
Lord have mercy. We have lost half our men. By the saints, our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight. All of Christendom will be in awe of the victory we have won here today.
Your foes lie dead at my feet, sire. We have broken them!
Use this
We are
scroll to construct
victorious.
buildings, recruit troops, and govern your settlement. More detailed statistics and trade details can be viewed by clicking the Show Settlement Details button at the bottom of the scroll. Click the Show Me How button to learn how to use the settlement scroll. The strength of an army is shown on its banner. The more colour on the banner, the more men are present. Any stars next to the army show the command rating of its general. This scroll shows you the details of a general in your faction. You can also recruit mercenaries that are available for hire in this region.
Aye, sire. Onward! Aye.
For the honour of Scotland, we march to battle. For the glory of Scotland, attack!
Your siege equipment is automatically attached to one of your infantry units. Units with siege equipment are marked with an icon representing the siege equipment they are manning on their unit card. If you wish to have troops drop the siege equipment, click on the Drop Siege Equipment icon. To have another unit pick up a piece of spare equipment, select the unit and you can change the facing, width and length of your units by using the mouse. Select the units you wish to change, then hold down the right mouse button and move the mouse to change their position, formation and facing. When you release the right mouse button, they will carry out your orders.
Orders completed, Your Majesty. Onward! Move out! Advance! Onward! Marchers! March!
You have pressed the loose formation button for the first time. You'll notice the troops you have selected spread out into a more relaxed formation. Use this formation to reduce casualties from missile fire. This button swaps the units between loose and normal formation.
Attack! Spearmen! Archer!
You have pressed the skirmish mode button for the first time. This button toggles skirmish mode on and off for the selected troops. When in skirmish mode, troops will avoid getting into hand-to-hand combat by keeping their distance from enemy troops. Missile troops, like archers, are always in skirmish mode. You will need to turn the skirmish mode off if you want them to stand and fight.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours. Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now. Our men are under attack. We need to act.
Your cavalry unit is racing towards a target in loose formation. As your men begin to charge, change to close formation for maximum impact. This can be done by clicking on the Formations button. Left-click the Show Me How button to see how to change formation.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men. Lord have mercy. We have lost half our men. Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. By the saints, our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, I sent Andrew. Our men have taken control of the city. Victory is ours, but only by a sword's edge.
A proud victory for Scotland's finest. A most noble conquest, sire.
Double-click on a settlement to construct buildings, recruit units, and manage the settlement. The number on the top right of the unit cards shows how many of those units are available to recruit.
Aye.
The rate that units become available for hire depends on the buildings in your settlement.
Aye.
Troops are trained in different buildings at various rates and made available to recruit in your settlement. You can retrain units that have suffered losses to return them to full strength. The number on the unit card shows how many men remain in the unit. If there are not enough soldiers available in the settlement to retrain your unit, the card will be greyed out.
Aye, sire. Aye.
This scroll gives you important information and statistics about a particular unit. Number of men, training and upkeep costs, experience, attack and defense values, and special abilities. Use this information to determine how to best build up your army. Left-click on a building to add it to the construction queue, and again to remove it. To change the position of the queue. Right-click on a building to find... You can click on my portrait to dismiss... If you want help using a scroll at any time, then click the question mark on the top right of the scroll. You can also recruit agents to serve your kingdom here. You can only recruit a limited number of some agents, and you must improve your buildings to recruit more. Once trained, your agents can undertake special missions. The icons under your settlement show the income, loyalty, and growth of the settlement. Icons will also appear if the settlement is close to rioting, under siege, or has the plague. Move your mouse over the icons for more information. Move swiftly to repel enemy armies from your territory. If left standing in a region, they will automatically inflict damage to the surrounding roads, farms, mines, ports, and natural resources. This will in turn affect your settlement's trade income and population growth. You will need to recruit units to defend your position and expand your army. To recruit units, double-click on a settlement and select the Recruitment tab.
Aye, noble sire.
Aye, sire.
From time to time, you will receive special missions from the Pope, your Council of Nobles, guilds, and other factions.
Aye, Lord.
You can review the details of your current missions here, including goals, time left, and associated rewards and penalties.
My king. Move out! Combining the armies, sire.
Leading the men with honor, sire. Aye, sire. Laying siege at once. Awaiting your order, sire.
Press the spacebar to toggle the movement speed of characters and armies on the campaign map. Use backspace to stop a character moving. If you are unsure of what to build next, click my portrait on the bottom of this scroll for a construction suggestion. For a recruit...
Aye, my liege. By your will, sire, we shall engage. Glory to the brave sons of Scotland! We attack! Units!
Your siege equipment is automatically attached to one of your infantry units. Units with siege equipment are marked with an icon representing the siege equipment they are manning on their unit card. If you wish to have troops drop the siege equipment, click on the Drop Siege Equipment icon. To have another unit pick up a piece of spare equipment, select the unit and right-click on the equipment when the cursor changes to a hand. Left-click on Show Me How for details of your objectives, as well as the use of battering rams, ladders, and towers.
Ladders are now in place. Walls are no match for the valor and force of our arms. Our men are under attack. We need to act. Battering ram is in place. Will not be long before our enemy's defences fall. Battering ram has done its work. Now is the time for brave hearts and brave deeds.
You have pressed the Special Unit Abilities button for the first time. This activates any special formations or abilities of the selected unit. As you select different units, you will see the button change. If the selected unit does not have a special ability, the button will become a red circle with a line through it.
Our men are under attack. We need to act. The Lord is with us today. We have captured the good tidings. The enemy general lies dead. We have sent the cur to hell. By St. Andrew, our men have taken control of the castle.
A unit of your troops has been surrounded. As there is nowhere to run to, they will now fight to the death. If your men manage to break through the enemy, they will rot from the field. Left-click the Show Me How button to zoom to your unit.
My lord, the tide of battle seems to have turned against us. We must act and halt this turn of events. Curses! Our men no longer command the castle! By St. Andrew, our men have taken control of the castle! Only half the enemy force remains.
Causing an enemy rout, timing is everything. When you find weak spots in the enemy, weaken them until they are wavering, and then hit them hard to cause them to rout. The more units you can rout simultaneously, the more chance the whole army will panic and run.
Our men are under attack. We must act now. By St. Andrew, our men have taken control. The battle is very much in our favour. It could have been us that were slain and defeated on the field. But fate has been kind. Glory
When
to
you
the
capture
King!
a settlement,
For
you have the option
Scotland!
to occupy, sack, or exterminate. Occupying a settlement brings it under your rule peacefully, but the people might rebel against you. Sacking allows your troops to loot and pillage, which gives an order and cash bonus, but buildings are damaged and people are killed. Exterminating kills most of the population and reduces the level of the buildings, but brings the population under your control.